Alex here. It's the first day of 2023, Saturday. No, not Saturday. Sunday, January 1st, 2023. Happy New Year, everyone. And I can't believe we're finally in a brand new year. Man, as I always say in a lot of my videos, time flies by so fast. And it's already the first day of 2023, and I definitely hope you guys had a good first day of the year so far. And as you can see, we're on Eglinton Avenue West, just a 5-minute ride from where I live. And yes, this part of Eglinton Avenue is construction free. And what a good start to the year, because this might be the year the Eglinton LRT line finally opens after over a decade of construction. So I absolutely cannot wait for this line to be finally complete. Metrolinx, TTC, you better do something about it. Anyway, so we're here at Bathurst Street and Eglinton Avenue, here on the borders of York and Old Toronto. And I just got off 1349 Orion 7 NG Hybrid on Route 32, which has been my home route for all my life, basically. And guys, I do want to say a big welcome to all of you who are new here to my channel. Since today's, today's the first day of the year. Of course, I'm Alex, as you know. Alex gets around TO. Here's a look at Forest Hill LRT station. This used to be the House of Chan restaurant a long time ago. But of course, obviously, Eglinton Avenue has really changed. This on the southwest end of the intersection, it used to be a Scotiabank and casual storefronts, you know. So currently we're on the Old Toronto side, of course, the old city of Toronto, and on the other side is York. And those that probably new, as I just mentioned, again, welcome. But predominantly, if you guys are new here, don't really know much about me, this is kind of my hood, except I am more like near Marley and Eglinton, so just right by the, right next to the subway there, Line 1 Young University. Man, I can't believe, just like yesterday, it was just all construction, so it's all a construction zone here, and as you can see here, they're doing this for all of Eglinton. They're constructing new bike paths. And here's another entrance to Forest Hill Station. And as you can see, it's a very dark, depressing, shitty day today. It's been raining on and off. And yesterday was very warm, same with the day before, at freaking 9 Celsius. And now it's 4, so a little bit chilly, but it's gonna be unseasonably warm once again, much even worse. Like freaking 14 Celsius? You gotta be kidding me. Global warming at its finest, or it's actually more like climate change, because as I just mentioned in many of my videos, this is Southern Ontario, this is the GTA. We always get this type of weather here as we're passing by one of my local pizzas there, but there's people eating here, like right next to the window, so I don't want to point the camera at them. And this is also the business improvement area of Upper Village, but nobody ever refers to that. As of right now, we are in the Forest Hill neighborhood, a very affluent part of town. And on the other side of that is, on the other side of Eglinton is Cedarvale. And yes, this is my first walking video of the year 2023. And maybe, hey look, I forgot there's a Starbucks here too. I thought my area is lacking some, a few notable chains like McDonald's, Tim Hortons, but you got a Starbucks down the street, and you got a Swiss Chalet, Popeyes, and it's most of these locations I haven't even been to yet. So, and it looks like they just added this mural here on the side of this cannabis store. Look at that. Now, for those, as I just mentioned, those that don't live here in Toronto, Eglinton Avenue seems to be one of those many streets that deals with so much freaking construction. So that's because we are building the Eglinton Crossing LRT, as these two guys should not be biking on the sidewalk. It's illegal. and it's both dangerous. So if you do that, you're an asshole then, unless if you're under 14, and then it's fine. But it's illegal. But yeah, again, pretty much all of Eglinton has changed, construction-wise, rebuilding the street and building the long-awaited LRT line, which was supposed to be open by now. But nope, hopefully summer or even like fall of this year, they finally get something at it. The line pretty much looks like a lot complete, finished. They're testing the trains from end to end. A lot of the stations are built, but it's just young in Eglinton, which is not too far from here. It's just a lot of work to be done, really. And inside of a Scotiabank, there's the current date and time. Look at that right here. Yep, 2023, and the camera is once again doing this shit. As you guys probably know, I'm using the Panasonic camera to record, and it's having this problem again where every time I zoom out, it gets a click there, and it says zoom, a system error with the zoom. I have no idea why it's still doing that, so I need to get it fixed again, because it's just pissing me off here. But I just wanted to zoom in and show you guys the dates, but and of course, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I was born and raised here. I lived in this area for about over 13 years. Pretty much I lived in York my entire life, but in two separate areas. One, of course, being here in I'll show you in the Borough Belgravia district. And on the other end of York is Keelsdale, Eglinton West, which is the district within the neighborhood of Silverthorne. And there's my local subway there. Look, York Physiotherapy and Tokyo Sushi. And yes, of course, as you guys know, Toronto is one of the most diverse, multicultural cities in the world. Largest in Canada. Happy holidays from Orion 7 OG Hybrid 1011 Wi-Fi bus. And unfortunately, it looks like many more of the Orion 7s will be retiring. As I know, the OG Diesels out of Queensway. Oh, now here's something. It's an ambulance. A first response of the year. Don't startle me with your loud siren. Yeah. But because if you guys watch my my videos on the Orion 7s on Route 900, they were supposed to be retired, but actually only half of them are still in service. At least the airport units between 8000 and 8011. But looks like this year TTC is going to start retiring a lot of the OG diesels, so 2006, eventually 2007, and of course these guys right there. In fact, TTC has retired half of them, or nearly half of them, as well as some of the NG hybrids. Of course, going to be taken over by Nova buses and New Flyers, but Orions will forever be a place in my heart. That's for sure. Now I gotta cross over to the other side, as the sidewalk is, of course, obstructed because of the construction at upcoming Cedarvale Station. Well, currently it's Eglinton West, but it will rename itself to Cedarvale upon the opening of the line. A lot of interesting storefronts, of course. Some I may have frequented, or some were chicken and dough. Must be new here. I filmed many walking videos along this part of Eglinton Avenue. But of course, I'm doing this today because I want to see what has changed. And it's Sunday, New Year's Day. Not a lot of people would be out. And of course, the traffic, it's very good here. You can even probably get from here to my other area in 10 minutes, or even young in Eglinton, So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this to maybe Dufferin Street, knee-deep into York, through the Little Jamaica district. Yeah, nobody calls this area Upper Village at all. I've never heard anybody refer to that. And again, there's the mean streets of Forest Hill. And coming up is Allen Road, which is a pretty unique highway, or actually expressway here in the city, because of course Allen Road, the reason why I think it's very unique is because it's got the subway running in the middle, the Line 1 Young University. So yes, we gotta cross to the other side here. So I'm gonna push the button here. I'll show you. I don't know if I can show you what I mean by the subway running in the medium. Maybe you guys can get an idea, because you watch a lot of my videos. And basically, Allen Road is a very short expressway running from here to just shy of Shepherd Avenue. And originally in the 1970s, it was supposed to be built underground to the downtown core. But if it were built like that, it would just disrupt a lot of neighborhoods like Chinatown and the Annex. And I've heard about the political widespread of that here in what was called Metro Toronto. Thankfully that all stopped. So we only got the built portion between here and North York. And finally, the light has changed, and now we're going over to the other side as the sun is pretty much starting to set. But of course, obviously, there's no sunlight because of as you can see, it's dark and cloudy, very cloudy to start the year. And I remember like a year or two ago, there were like a lot of like lane changes. Everything was all fenced here because typical construction work. Look, a lot of these businesses were succumbed to the construction here. And I remember, like, especially in 2020 and before, I had to much of the sidewalk was closed, and I had to detour through Ben Nobleman Park. Anyway, we're now on the York side. Of course, the border's going to split away once we hit Marley Avenue. I'm pretty much now a 10-minute walk from my place. And there's the entrance to Cedarville Station. I think I'm still going to call it Eglinton West, because I've been used to it. I lived here all my life, basically. I feel like Eglinton West will be a special place in my heart, Yeah, here's the beginning and end of the Allen Expressway. It's only a very short time it's in Old Toronto. They reopened up this part of the sidewalk back in the summer. And of course, Eglinton West Station. I took the 109 here, a very short ride, and then I hopped on the 32. There's another 109 right there. And there's another entrance. And another one on the other side. And an unrepainted Orion 7 NG Hybrid. Here's Everton Road. Really liked how they resurfaced it. Yeah, we're pretty much above the subway tracks. It just goes directly underneath Everton and then follows through Cedarville Park and Ravine down to the next station, St. Clair West. Now, if I'm walking home from Eglinton West, normally I would have to, walk through there, but of course they closed down the path as they're still probably installing the pavement right around the entrance there, so, and because of that, I gotta walk a whole long way to the next block, so, actually, no, I think it's Old Park Road. Sorry, what's his face? I keep getting it mixed up, though. Sorry, Park Hill Road. And then the next block over there is Fairley Crescent. And here's Toronto Police Station, Division number 13. Look, that's the old signage there, Municipality of Metro Toronto. That's because way back then, and so for the mega city, it was this the old city. This area was basically called Metro Toronto. Now, of course, it's called the Greater Toronto Area, consisting of the regions of York, Peel, Halton, and Durham. And of course, old Toronto, the old city, it consists of, I think, five of our boroughs. Consisting of York, where I live, East York, North York, Etobicoke, and Scarborough. Think of it as if you're in New York. New York has 5 boroughs, but Toronto, of course, we have 6. Technically, they may not be boroughs, but you can treat it. You can treat it like it's as if it is. And this street is very, very busy at times, including at rush hour. Especially on weekdays, you know, there'd be a long line of cars, like either direction coming to Allen Road, wherever you're heading, coming from the east or the west. I mean, the worst amount of traffic, it's just between Bathurst and Allen Road. You're just stuck in there for like 20 minutes. It's the worst. But thankfully, a lot of the worst of us is behind us now. Seeing that the line is nearly complete and that much of the streets has been resurfaced. So I'm very happy for that. As we're now approaching the city's Fairbank neighborhood. But of course on the north side is the district of Briar Hill, Belgravia, where I'm from. And you still got Cedarville down there. And this cultural enclave coming up is what locals call it, Little Jamaica. Of course, way back then, it was filled with a lot of like music and recording studios. And it's still very popular today because of the many businesses like Raps, Chicken, Spence's, and formerly a well-known icon of this area, Randy's. I've not filmed a video through here in a while, at least on foot. So now we're actually in York. The border just splits up to the north. And it's good for these businesses too, because you're just steps away from the subway, but of course a lot of people, we've all been dealing with the freaking construction of the LRT line, so it's unpredictable. But I think as of now, I mean, are we all good on that? I don't know, but anyway. Let's looking back to the east. There's a famous mural coming up, which will be on my left here. Yep, Reggae Lane. There it is right there. Gotta walk ahead of these 2 ladies here. Very iconic. Be a lot of people like right around here, no matter what time of day it is, but there's Spence's. And there's Raps, of course. I think it's closed. Yep, it is. On this side of Eglinton is where you'll find the most interesting restaurants, of course. Look, Pop Stars Music Studio. Technically, Little Jamaica extends all the way to the other end, which is at Keel. But, sorry? Sorry, I don't have any change. Happy New Year. I had to point the camera down just in case. I honestly thought she was gonna tell me to stop recording, but okay, friendly enough. Unfortunately, there's so many of these people asking for change. I get that all the time. Oh, there's Oakwood Avenue. I think I'm gonna cross over to the. Should I cross over to the other side or should I stay here? Oh, look, there's Randy's. They still haven't even removed the signage here. Everything is like the store's like it's still here, which it is, but they haven't even done anything with it. That's some funky looking art here at Oakwood Station. And there's another local pizza. And Oakwood Avenue is another interesting street here in York. Now if you just change quickly, I can just cross, as we're almost at Dufferin Street. It doesn't take too long to walk from Allen to Dufferin. Eastbound towards Eglinton Station. Yeah, Eglinton West Station. Yeah, remember when they had the fence? They were building the sidewalk and this brand new apartment here. Apartment building. Again, what used to be, well, before the LRT stations and new apartments were built, of course you got typical storefronts that of course lost. As it's starting to get dark now. And I think that's another entrance to Oakwood. What's the time now? Five 5:04. More of York. Of course, York is the second smallest borough in the city. Okay, so I was just mentioning, technically the Little Jamaica district, also known as Eglinton West, it's kind of interesting because, you know, it just goes, because it pretty much like goes all the way to Keel Street in my area of Silverthorne. But it's not really. I mean, they still have like black-owned businesses and Jamaican restaurants and that type of thing. But this is like the real Little Jamaica here. Here's Wayne Machine and Glenholm Avenue. I just wanted to get out here and film a walking video, just like steps away from where I live. And I haven't done a video walking from Bathurst to Dufferin, or in the opposite direction. I don't think I saw that Christmas tree though, which is on the other side of Eglinton. A nice mural here by John Howard. So you can get a thumbnail here. I'll have to choose different thumbnails because, I mean, I did get a good shot of one of the Orions. And of course, I could just continue walking all the way to my other area, give my family a bit of a New Year's surprise, but no, ain't doing that. I think I see Dufferin Street up ahead. Not the next lights. The next one. Ugh. Did we pass Island Foods already? Somewhere around here. Or I think it's on the north side and we passed it. And Highline Life restaurants are never a staple. And the public library here, Maria A. Shuka. And here is what used to be Loxley Avenue, now Jimmy Wisdom Way. Of course, it was named after a local Jamaican Canadian who grew up here in the area, who was involved in the music industry. And there's Starbank, a convenience store. And here's Northcliffe Boulevard. A lot of these streets go down to Rogers Road, which is more than a kilometer south of here. But I really love the grittiness of Eglinton Avenue. I mean, back then it was like very underserved, and it was also ridden with crime, but it's a lot better. So I'm happy for that. Brand new Church's Chicken also open. Forgot to mention that place as well. And then of course you got another new institution here, Caribbean Slice. See why everything could be multicultural? Like, who has ever heard of pizza with like jerk chicken or any type of like Caribbean flavor to it? It's amazing. I haven't even tried it yet, but I would pretty soon. But as we are now coming up to one of the city's busiest streets, Dufferin Street. And the frickin' street is very notorious for its amount of traffic it gets, and in general, the roads they're in like frickin' bad shape, mainly because of the Arctic Novas there, which almost all of the buses running on the 929, they're all Novas. Occasionally, you'll find like Orions on them as well. Tim Hortons on the left. But there's somebody smoking outside, so I'm not going to point the camera in that direction. But of course, on the left right here, used to be McDonald's. Closed a couple of years ago, and it's now a butter chicken roti, which is an Indian chain of restaurants. And here is Fairbank LRT station. Look how huge. Look, do these stations really have to be so freaking huge? Like, it looks like a bank or something. They don't need to be so huge. Like, it's not like a typical Line 1 or Line 2 subway station even. Come on. I wouldn't build a station entrance this high. And look at that, and brand new bike infrastructure here. And yes, this intersection is now construction free. Okay, well, maybe not over there, but it's certainly like on the road itself, and it's just amazing. Construction flies by like pretty fast at sometimes. Well, not for Crosslinks, who is developing the LRT. Oh, I see my bus here. I'm gonna take it home now as it's getting dark. I'm gonna go home and shower and edit this. Why is the freaking camera out of focus? There we go. So now I'm halfway between my area and my other area. I'm gonna hop on 1050. No, is that, yeah, 1057. It's a Wi-Fi bus for sure. So we're just gonna leave it from there. Perfect timing as we are here at Dufferin and Eglinton.
32